The Galactic Confederation considered the decommissioned starship Horizon to be nothing more than orbital debris. Manufactured nearly a century ago, the vessel had served admirably, but was now deemed obsolete by the sleek new ships that carried the Confederation's elite across the stars. "Schedule it for disintegration," Admiral Trell ordered, barely glancing at the holographic display. "He's taking up valuable space in the salvage yard." His subordinate, Lieutenant Gray, nodded dutifully, and the human who submitted a formal acquisition request. Trell's 4 eyes blinked in sequence, a gesture of dismissal among his species. "Humans are sentimental creatures. Inform him that the Horizon is classified as hazardous waste under Statute 47B. But humans were also notoriously persistent. Tom Miller had served as a maintenance engineer aboard the Horizon for 15 years. When the Confederation announced the ship's retirement, Tom felt a pang of loss. The Horizon wasn't just metal and circuits to him. It was home. Upon returning to Earth, Tom settled in New Montana, where humanity had established a modest colony following first contact. The planet's thin atmosphere and rugged landscape reminded older settlers of the American West before terraforming efforts had fully taken hold. When Tom's acquisition request was denied, he didn't give up. Instead, he called in favors from former crewmates, filed multiple appeals, and even traveled to the Confederation capital to plead his case personally. "The Horizon is more than scrap," he argued before the Interspecies Appropriations Committee. "It represents the first human-designed vessel to incorporate Confederation technology. It's a symbol of cooperation between our species." After months of bureaucratic wrangling, a compromise was reached. Tom could have the Horizon minus its engine core, weapon systems, and navigation computer, if he covered the transportation costs to New Montana. The aliens expected that would be the end of it. The cost was prohibitive, and what use was a gutted starship? But they had underestimated both Tom's determination and his savings account. 3 months later, the Horizon arrived at New Montana, escorted by bemused Confederation officials. The once proud vessel looked pitiful, its hull scarred by micrometeorite impacts and radiation exposure. Several compartments had been unceremoniously cut open to remove valuable technology. "You paid good credits for this?" asked Maria, Tom's neighbor, as they stood before the massive wreck that now occupied a significant portion of his land. "It's just a rusted hulk." Tom smiled. "It's a beginning." He started small. The bridge, once stripped of its equipment, became his living quarters. He planted climbing vines around the entry hatch, native New Montana species with purple flowers that attracted local pollinators. Next came the crew quarters. Tom removed the walls between cabins, creating a large atrium where he installed hydroponic systems. Using seeds preserved in the colony's seed bank, he grew earth plants, tomatoes, basil, lavender. The cargo bay, with its high ceiling, became home to fruit trees. Apple seedlings stretched toward grow lights Tom had rigged from salvage parts. The mess hall transformed into a community kitchen, where neighbors gathered to share meals prepared with ingredients grown aboard the ship-turned garden. Word spread, first among the human settlements, then to the occasional Confederation tourist who ventured. The delegation moved through the transformed ship, marveling at how spaces designed for war now fostered life. In the former engine room, where the antimatter core had once powered the vessel's faster-than-light capabilities, Tom had created his masterpiece, a meditation garden centered around a small pond. Water flowed through repurposed cooling pipes, creating a gentle cascade. "This was where I spent most of my time as an engineer," Tom explained. "It seemed fitting to make it the heart of the garden." Admiral Trell, who had reluctantly joined the delegation, stood silently by the pond. His species didn't express emotion in ways humans could easily interpret, but his posture suggested contemplation. "You would not have thought to do this," he finally said. "When something no longer serves its purpose, we discard it." Tom shrugged. "Humans have a habit of finding new purposes for old things." After the delegation departed, rumors circulated that the Confederation's Environmental Council was drafting new regulations inspired by Tom's project. guidelines for reproposing decommissioned vessels rather than destroying them. At the 10th anniversary of the Garden ship's arrival, hundreds gathered in what had once been the Horizon's launch bay. The ceiling had been replaced with transparent panels, allowing sunlight to stream in. Trees grew along the walls, their branches reaching toward the sky. Children played among garden beds where mistletoes had once waited. Tom, now considered something of a local hero, watched from a bench made from a repurposed bulkhead. He thought about the Horizon's long journey from a symbol of humanity's first tentative steps into the galactic community to discarded trash to this living monument. The ship that aliens had thrown away had become a shrine not just to human ingenuity, but to the enduring hope that life could flourish in the most unlikely places. And all across the stars, others were beginning to take notice.